A woman would have moved the engine, but because Porsche's run by men, they've spent the last 40 years stubbornly trying to engineer their way around the problem.
To be honest, they've cracked it. The modern-day turbo, like this one, has four-wheel drive and perhaps the most sorted chassis of any road car. And because the engine is still at the back, pressing down like a big heavy lump on the rear wheels, you get tons and tons of grip and tons of traction. I said a couple of years ago that a 911 Turbo is better than a Ferrari 355, and I'll stand by that. It's wonderful. Amazing car now, completely sorted. What?
That's not the end.
Yes, we've seen enough. We've seen enough.
I'm absolutely confident that's... Who would like to see what happens next in that film? Yes! Roll it. So, you spun it then?
I spun it slightly.
What do you mean, slightly? How can you slightly spin? That's like saying I slightly fell off a ladder this morning.
The problem is that when you're driving a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, they constantly say to you, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to stick a knife in your heart, I'm going to turn it round. Whereas the 911, OK, the turbo, it's saying, it's OK. It lulls you into this false sense of security. You think it's an ordinary car. It's like a circus lion. That's the best way to look at it. You go, oh, look at that, it's jumping through hoops. Isn't it docile? It's still a lion. It's still a 420 horsepower supercar. You have got to be a superhuman driver to get the best out of one of these. And I'm not one. And neither are you. But luckily, I know a man who is. So, off the line, and even with massive attraction, the Porsche spins its wheels. It really is wet out there. Will the hammerhead defeat the Porsche's huge grip? Yes, he's a bit sideways. In the dry, this car will be in a chance of beating the mighty Zonda, but the rain's doing it no favours at all. Ooh, squirming under braking there. Now, through the first sector, he's already a massive 5 seconds down on the Zonda's time. He'll struggle to make that up in the second half. Into the follow-through, just a dab of brakes. Now he's coming down to the penultimate rain. The Zonda lapped in 1:23 in the last series. The Porsche will never match that in this weather. How close can he get to Gambon and across the line in 1 minute 31 dead. So where does that go? Let's have a look. 31 is there, above the M3. Now, if you take 4 seconds off, which is basically what happens if you want to go in a dry time, that's 1:27. That's faster than the Murcielago.
Yeah.
That is a great car if you know what you're doing.